it's your girl Nina coming with another video with Thrifty Beans. Tonight we are cooking something simple but delicious, okay? I am making Hawaiian sweet sliders tonight. Something simple, something super easy. Anybody can do it, right? So I'm using sliders with some ham and some cheese and a little something on top. You guys come join me and see the recipe that I have, and hopefully one day you guys can make it for your friends and family, whether it's a tailgating party, a little get together, or just a little snack. But yeah, come along with me and see how we whip it up. Okay, so first I have my King's Hawaiian rolls. These are like top tier. You gotta have them, right? But we've already used a chunk of them for a different dinner. I have enough to satisfy my family. Next, I have unsalted butter because I am gonna salt it and I didn't want to leave it super salty. Next, I have the honey ham, Hillshire Farm slices. It is the 1 pound family size. You can use any size you want, any brand you want, right? Next, I have the Sargento Colby Jack sliced cheese. It can be any brand. I just chose that one. I have garlic salt, parsley flakes, black pepper, and that's going to be, these items right here are going to be for when I make the butter sauce and put it on top. So this is going to be super easy. I'm going to use this pan to make the sliders, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into the recipe. So guys, this is my first time making this, okay? Hi. And you want to use a serrated knife because it has the grooves on here which can cut through the bread. And what you want to do is make sure you're cutting evenly into the bread to make sure it is nice and even. This is my first time making this, so bear with me, please. I'm cutting right through, and it doesn't, okay. So the top is off, just like so. Boom. We're going to set that to the side. We're going to use our pan here. Let me try to get this bread off. Okay, so you guys are working with me through this. This is my first time making this, and I know it's going to be good. But when I use my serrated knife and I cut through, you need to make sure it's really going through evenly because it didn't do that on my sliders. But it's still gonna be good. I put the bread back together the best way I could. But I wanna make sure that I preheat my oven. And I'm gonna do that on 350 Fahrenheit, okay? Gonna let that preheat, and then we'll start layering our slices of cheese and meats and putting on that nice old butter on top and have dinner. Something super simple, I'm telling you. Every night doesn't have to be a super hearty night. You know, it could be simple and still delicious. All right, so next I have my Colby Jack slices of cheese. I have my oven preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna go ahead and take out my cheese slices and layer. I'm going to layer cheese slices as I see fit. This cheese is so beautiful. I love Sargento. Love it. It's such a good cheese. I use it during the holidays. I use the 4-state cheddar cheese for when I'm making my mac and cheese. And I got this recipe, not this recipe, but my mac and cheese recipe from That Girl Can Cook, and she is amazing. Next, I have my Hillshire Farms honey ham. I'm gonna take some of that ham and layer it as well. Oh, I'm just gonna take some of those pieces right here, and they're pretty long, okay? Pretty long slices. You might just need a few slices of it because of the length. And then I am going to just place that like so. And y'all, I cannot wait to eat this because I'm a savory girl, so like anything that has like sweetness and saltiness mixed in, like I gotta have it, okay? Like trail mix, anything like that. Like I love mixing my mac and cheese and my yams. My daughter says all the time that that's disgusting, but hopefully when she gets older she will realize that it's the best food combination ever. So I got my ham on there, right? Then I have just a few slices left of of cheese, and I'm just gonna place it. I don't have a lot left, but what you can do is still like, you can do something like that where your cheese is kind of layered. I'm gonna get a few more slices. I wish it had more slices than what I thought it had, but it's okay. It'll still all work out perfectly. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take my front slab of rolls. Front slab of rolls. Put them on top. Try to get it back on just like it's supposed to. There we go. I'm gonna smash it a little bit so they can adhere to each other and say hello. Then I am going to make the butter mixture, get it whipped on top, and then put it in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes and see how they look. Stay tuned. So next I have my stick of unsalted butter, and I have a nice little bowl here. I'm not going to do the whole stick of butter. I am going to do maybe 3/4 of this, and then I'll put it in the microwave to heat up and spread it all over my biscuits or rolls. Something about unsalted butter makes it a little bit harder than butter that is salted. If you guys know the science behind it, let me know. But it's always a little bit more sturdy. Okay, so I got that. Next, I'm gonna just sprinkle on some garlic salt. Nothing fancy. Sprinkle that on there, just a few dashes. I don't have measurements. Whatever your heart desires, okay? What your tolerance. And then I have my black pepper. I'm gonna sprinkle that a little bit on there, not a lot. And then I have my parsley flakes, and that will be the last bit of that. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the microwave for about 30-second increments and see if it's to my liking and if it's all the way melted. If it is, I have my handy dandy brush where I will brush on all this goodness. One moment, please. All right, so we got our melted butter all nice and melted. I'm just gonna stir it to combine the flavors. And now let's go ahead and get that brushed on to our rolls. This is a lot of butter. I literally could have used maybe half a stick. And if you made these before, I'm sure you were like, girl, you don't need all that butter. But it's okay. It's my first time making this. They look so delicious. I just wanted to make sure I was doing it right and that I wasn't lacking anywhere. But my oven is already preheated on 350 degrees Fahrenheit. These look so good already, but of course we gotta get this cheese melted and tasting all good. There's some bread that's exposed right here, so I'm putting some butter on that and on the sides. Just get it where you can, and I know it is just going to be so delicious. Okay, think I'm done with that. Next, if you have some Parmesan, you should put this on here. Okay, if you don't care for Parmesan, it's okay, but it just makes it a little bit more fun. Just gonna sprinkle a little bit on top. My husband loves this Parmesan. He is actually the one who buys this big old thing from Costco. Look how huge this is. Can you guys see? Who needs that much parm? Apparently, my husband. So, yeah, here we go. Here's the final product before it goes into the oven, and I will let you guys see what it looks like when it gets out the oven. All right, y'all, so here are the sliders. They're a little burnt, but not hard, okay? So I'm gonna take some of that butter that I had left over and slather it, y'all. This is what happens when you cook something for the first time. Sometimes I get it right, sometimes I don't. And this is the easiest thing I probably ever cooked. And I put it on for 35 minutes on 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And yeah, it didn't do what I needed it to do. But I'm okay with it. It's not burnt, but it do got a little crisp to it, so I'm just gonna slather that butter on there, and hopefully it softens it up a bit. Okay, I am going to plate this thing with some chips and see how it do. All right, y'all, they are done, and I am going to plate them up. I like to make my husband's plate, my daughter's plate, my son's plate, my plate. I do it all over here, okay? And I'm gonna add some chips with it. I was gonna do like some French fries, but I feel like we've been having French fries way too much when we order out to like McDonald's or to Chick-fil-A. So I'm gonna plate them up, and I will let you see what they look like afterwards. Like I said, they're a little brown, but it's okay. It's okay because they're still gonna eat good, okay? That's the old country saying. They're gonna eat good, and that means it's gonna taste good still. So they're not burnt. They got a little tan going on over here, okay? But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I don't do cooking videos, but today it was super simple, and I knew it was gonna be delicious. If you like any of my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. It will really help your girl out. If there's anything that you want to see or anything that you think that I can do better, let me know. I'm all about transparency over here, okay? So take a look at my videos. If there's any helpful tips that you want to give your girl, I'm all for it. I will listen. I promise you, I will. All right, guys, here we go. I have 4 sliders for my husband and some sour cream and onion chips, cheddar onion chips with the sliders, and then I'll make him some juice in just a little bit. But yeah, I'm sure it's delicious. We haven't taste tested it, but this was something I wanted to do tonight that was super easy off my plate. I have 3 babies. I have a husband. I have some stuff that I'm doing personal wise. And I needed something that was going to be, you know, super quick, something tasty, and easy cleanup. Okay, so that's what I did tonight. Tomorrow will be a different story. I only cook 5 nights out of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Fridays and Saturdays, look, we're gonna order out, we're gonna go out to dinner, we're gonna do something, but I won't be cooking, okay? But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys thought about my cooking these sliders. Do you guys cook these for tailgates? Do you think you'll try these as well? If so, leave me a comment below and I'd love to hear from you. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.